Today I'm coming to you all with a skincare video. So while I was away, I had a major skin problem, and I think it was caused by not drinking enough water, living in a dehydrated, dry space, probably not eating too good either. I just really wasn't taking good care of my skin, and I guess I was suffering the effects of that. And I also hadn't really been exfoliating like for a very long time. I don't really know because I wasn't keeping track, but I did not exfoliate my skin for so long. So I'm pretty sure that added to like the dullness of it all, and like maybe the pore buildup or something. Okay, and with that, I broke out more than I ever did in my entire life. I have dry skin. I've never had a problem with acne. In my teens, I never had a problem with acne, never, you know. One or two spots here and there, but they would go away in like 1 or 2 days, and I almost thought it was kind of funny because I was so not used to it, and I never worried about that because it just always went away on its own. I never had to buy any products or anything. But this time was much different. So, I broke out. I'm gonna tell you guys what's on my face in a minute, but I broke out like around here, down here, here, like the sides of my face and the lower part. And maybe even a little bit up here on the forehead, but I don't really have anything right there anymore. But basically, yeah, it was horrible. And not only was it like whiteheads and like you know, the real like zits all over my face, but also little small dots, like little small raised bumps on my face that I didn't know if they were acne or a rash or just clogged pores or what. So today's video is going to be about how I cleared my skin, and I'm still in the process of clearing my skin, but what I'm doing now is working, so I'm really happy to share it with you all. And basically how to do this, how to fight acne for people with dry skin that have really never had acne before. The first thing I'm going to say is you have to figure out why you're getting acne. Like I said, there was so many things involved: not drinking enough water, not eating well, living in a dry environment, not really taking care of my skin with exfoliating and cleansing as I should. So many things added to that, and being stressed out, of course, that I still really don't know exactly what it was, but I do know that I had to stop all the things that I just listed right now. So I started first by drinking tons of water. I literally drank a cup this big. I don't know how big that is, but I literally drank like a tall glass of water every hour on the hour for like 4 days. That was really good for my whole system, and I like had to pee like every 20 minutes, which was kind of crazy, but I knew that I was clearing out my system by doing that, so I was glad about that. I stopped eating really that many processed foods. I really didn't eat poorly anyway, but during the time that I'd been away, I was eating worse than normal. Some people might not consider that bad, but for me it was. So I stopped eating anything that was really packaged. Every meal was cooked from beginning to end. Nothing was like already pre-made or partially made. I slowed down on the sugar, and yeah, so in terms of like health, that's what I did. I also wanted to start like working out to get more blood flow to my skin, and just get my circulation going, but since we just moved, I don't really know of a good gym around here. I have to look into that, and I didn't really have time to do all that within the 2 weeks that I've been trying to fight this skin problem. So that is still on the list of things to do, just for my health in general, but I know it'll help my skin and my hair and everything too, so that's on the list. So yeah, drank a lot of water, ate much better. I started to eat much better. This place is not dry at all, so my skin was staying hydrated after I washed it and stuff. It wasn't just drying out because the air was sucking all the moisture out of my face and my skin. That was good, and also we have a humidifier, so that helps a lot too. But here's the tricky part. So all those things were common sense to me. Don't eat crap and drink more water. Common sense, right? But that really wasn't doing it, because that stopped more acne from coming, but I already had like blemishes and like acne that didn't go away from when I wasn't taking care of my skin. So I'm like, okay, what do I do with this? That's something that needed some products. Now, being that I never had acne and I have dry skin, I had no idea what to use. I tried things that first off were just like, I don't know, your regular go-to treatments. So here we have the On the Spot Acne Treatment by Neutrogena. Okay. And I used this on the spots, like it says, overnight for like a week. Saw absolutely no difference. Did not work for me at all. Not to say that it's not good. It has benzoyl peroxide, 2.5% as the active ingredient, but it just didn't work for me. And it also dried out my skin really bad. And being that I have dry skin, that's the last thing I wanted, because as you guys know, if you dry your skin more, it will produce more oil. So that's not really a good thing with dry skin or oily skin, to have dry skin, to have like dehydrated, flaking skin. That's never good. So, but I thought, okay, it could be a trade-off though, because if it kills the acne and makes the acne go down, then I'll be okay and I'll just deal with it later. But it didn't even do the job. So yeah, so this was then out of the picture. Benzoyl peroxide was no longer tried. Next, I moved on to Rapid Clear Acne Eliminating Spot Gel with Micro Clear Technology by Neutrogena again. I just trust Neutrogena when it comes to like stuff like this. I don't know why. I mean, other people that I do know that have oily skin or have acne always kind of said good things about Neutrogena, so I was like, okay, I'll try that. So I then used this by Neutrogena as well, and this has salicylic acid and it's 2% as the active ingredient. This did feel like something was tingling on my skin when I put it on, so I kind of liked that, because I was like, okay, this might be real, you know, this might work. But nothing happened except more drying my skin out. And mind you, I did not put this all over my face. I put it down here where I needed it, down here, right on the sides, and probably somewhere over there, because I was really broken out, guys. It looked horrible. So yeah, and not to mention the little spots that just looked like clogged pores, the little bumps that weren't like really like pimples, I didn't put anything on those because I felt like maybe I should just leave those alone. So whatever. And also drinking water kind of like really helped clear those out, so I didn't really think I needed to put something on those as well. Okay, then when those didn't work, I was like, okay, now I'm starting to get scared. I'm getting desperate. I asked people with oily skin, my husband being one of them, and other people I know that like kind of get acne more often. And after the products that they recommended didn't work, I was like, okay, maybe I need to clear my pores. Maybe my pores are clogged because of the lack of exfoliation and the lack of proper cleansing. So I tried to flush my skin out from the inside with the water and the good food and the salads and everything, and then on top of it I tried to clean out the pores and flush the skin again with masks. So I bought this mask a long time ago and I use it every now and then, but I thought, okay, maybe I really need it right now. And this is the Purifying Mint Mask by CVS Pharmacy. Relaxing facial treatment. It says it draws out impurities, sinks pores, and refreshes and soothes skin. So here it is. There's a lot of that in here. So I did use it like 2 or 3 times in a week or two. This did not do anything for my skin. Again, I believe that it was just adding to the dryness of the skin. So that was not really good. But I mean, it's good for like shrinking your pores, but it didn't really do anything for the acne or the little bumps on my face. So I was like kind of disappointed in that. Okay, then I tried a Freeman mask, and this one's called Clay Mask with avocado and oatmeal. Purges pores. So I was like, okay, cool, purges pores. And this has the mask all over it because I made a huge mess. But that's how it looks. again, didn't do anything, made my face feel tighter, fresh, but the little bumps were still there, and the acne, the big zits were definitely still there. So that was extremely frustrating. Then I started to kind of think about things, and I thought, hey, I don't want to use anything that dries out my skin. I want to use something natural. I don't want to use anything too harsh. I don't want to use Proactive or anything like that, because that's definitely going to jack up my skin. I mean, I know people that have oily skin that have said that that's just too freaking harsh for their skin. So I'm like, I don't want to do that to myself. So what worked for me was, drum roll please, was 100% natural tea tree oil. And I got this from CVS Pharmacy, and we've had this for a long time. Basically, my husband uses this all the time after shaving so that he doesn't break out with razor bumps. I bought it. I started buying this for the household first, and then I never really used it because it was like really strong, and I'm like, okay, I don't really need this. But he found it to be like awesome for that, and that got me thinking that maybe it'd be good for my skin irritation and my blemishes, because I had to look up what pimples even really were, like technically, and it's like a bunch of buildup of like bacteria and crap in your skin, in your pores. So this is a natural disinfectant. So I used this for 2 days, and I didn't know any better. So the whole time I was using it, I was literally dabbing it on my finger and then putting it on the spots and doing that right first thing in the morning, and then first thing in the morning, and then before I went to bed. I didn't know that you were supposed to dilute it though. So when I would put it on, it would sting. Not sting in a hard way, but you could feel it tingling, and you could feel it tingling all day. Like it never stopped tingling. So I was like, okay, whoa, like I know this is working, but I hope it's not like too harsh. And so I was doing that morning and night for 2 consecutive days. I didn't take any pictures because it looks really crazy, but after that, like, my skin was like super, like, I'm gonna scoot up, okay? Like, my skin became really raw, and like it kind of created a thin, kind of like a scab, not like a scab, but like a sore. But it was because of the tea tree oil, because I guess it was just too strong. And that, like, it didn't hurt anymore, but I knew not to put any more tea tree oil because all the pimples were gone, but it was just like this like sore scab on the parts that I had put the tea tree oil on morning and night for 2 days. But the acne was gone, so I was like, well, okay, that like worked, and it worked fast, and it didn't dry out my, well, it kind of did dry out my skin, but I know next time to dilute it. So after that, after the tea tree oil, I realized I needed to do something to now heal the skin from the tea tree oil burns, let's call them. And that's where the Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Cream came in. I bought this last spring. It looks like that. So it's like kind of like orangey peachy color. And petrolatum is like the main ingredient in it, so it's pretty much like Vaseline, but with other like the medicating ingredients, and it was very healing on the skin. I actually have it on my skin right now. So everywhere where I put the tea tree, I'm gonna scoot up a little bit closer, I put the Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Cream over that. So right now you see these red patches. They're completely smooth, there's no bump, but they are kind of raw. There's one here, and there's one right there. Little red patch. And then there's one down here that's very red, and there was one right here, but this one's healing the fastest. So that's what I did to clear my acne. I think this would work great for anybody, again, with dry skin, who doesn't get a lot of acne, and who just needs to get it under control within a few days, maybe even a day. I would suggest you diluting the tea tree oil to like maybe for 1/8 of a cup, having like 1 or 2 drops. Don't just put a whole big drop on your face, like dabbing it. If you do that, you still will get results, but you will than get that little burn thing that I got. So I hope this helps somebody, and I will speak to you guys later. Bye.